Welcome back to Melanin Madam. Tonight we have my favoriteest singer. Gina, don't get mad. I'm just saying that because she's here right now. Portia, I'm lying to her too. I have Portia with us tonight. Everybody come in. Make sure that you share. Make sure that you subscribe. And also leave lots of comments for right now because you want to know something that I noticed? And I'm going to do a video about this. People start off and they say, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all of these things, right? And then you see that same famous person, once they become famous, they tell you, I don't have time to respond to every comment. Then why did you ask people to comment? Cut the comments off. Right. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But one of the things that I promise to do, I'm just saying, because y'all know I don't have no sense. I'm a real Aquarius. I keep names so I can make sure that when those comments come in, I always stay true to who I am. So tonight we have Portia with us, and I'm going to ask her a bunch of questions outside of what I already know about her so I can learn more about her in her professional space. And then I'm going to give her an opportunity to introduce herself first.
Right now. Hi. Well, I want to say thank you for having me. I'm truly grateful for this opportunity.
Of course.
I want to tell you how proud of you I am for this
you.
platform that you are setting up for women such as us,
Thank
right?
you.
To be able to share in a safe space. So I'm grateful for that. Thank you so much. And hi, everybody. I am Portia Davis. I am California original, but you know, I'm out here in Las Vegas, living my best life. Let's see a little bit about me, right?
Well, I don't know if it's a little bit because it's a lot of things.
Okay.
Well,
So I am an entrepreneur. I am a mother. I am a singer when I choose to be, a makeup artist. I model. I love fashion, and I also do some interior designing work as well. So if you didn't know, now you do know. But that's a little bit of who I am, and I'm glad to be here today.
Aren't you like a manager of an artist or working with the artist as well?
Oh yes.
And then,
oh my God,
and
yes.
a stylist.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It's amazing how once that turns on,
how we forget.
How you forget
How
things.
we forget. Yes. So I do. I am. I work with an artist. His name is Mark Handsome. Rebranding himself, and this is a new experience for me because it's something that I think I've always wanted to do. And when I moved here, the opportunity presented itself like out of the blue. And when I was brought onto the team, he's like, you know, I watch you and I see your work ethic and I see how you handle business for other entrepreneurs and helping them maintain businesses and so forth and so on. And he was like, and with the work that you do, I know that you will be a great asset to my team and I need you on board. And so I've been working with him since October of last year.
Okay.
And so it's about to go on a year, as a matter of fact, and it's been a wonderful ride. So yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So how dope is that for people to look for you now? What does that feel like?
You know, it actually feels good because you know, when you do good work, right? And you set a platform, but also an example for yourself. People are like, I need that. And when they come for it, just being able to know, like, you see me, girl, that's, I don't even know how to explain that feeling, but it feels really, really good.
That's the part right there.
Right.
So that is like one of the nucleus pieces of the Melanin Madam brand is that women in general don't get seen enough, but then we keep it honest over here.
Right.
Black women are at the bottom.
Yeah.
And we are I could be biased, but this is my show and I have the right to say so. We are the most talented. We are so smart. We are hardworking. We have these God-given gifts that we tune into because we are Mother Earth. All of these things happen, and then nobody hears about it.
Nobody hears about it.
Or you hear about that one thing that now makes somebody go viral, or that singer, but you don't know the philanthropy she did. You don't know that she was an amazing mom and put all her kids through college. Like a woman should be celebrated from beginning to end because we don't rest.
That's true.
So why should you not be celebrated for all of those things you did?
That's true.
I think that's horrible.
Right.
But when I hear women say, I feel good to be seen, then I know that they have a right.
Yes, yes.
And that's what matters.
And you know what's interesting? I've never looked at it like that, but to know that I have arrived because you see me and you come for me, baby.
And that's the most important.
Right.
That's the most important, because who doesn't? You want to be seen. Let's just be clear. Nobody does anything to not be seen.
Right.
And I think that I could say that even from a perspective of, I'm very in the corner of everything. I'm very behind the scenes, but behind the scenes, I want to be seen too. Like, I want somebody to, who did that amazing work, or who did this thing. You still want to be seen.
The
seen is a feeling.
Right, right.
It doesn't mean the scene, these kids, Jesus. It doesn't mean going viral.
Yeah.
It means that your heart spoke to somebody and you have been seen across places that people haven't even seen your face.
Yes.
That's what I mean by you have arrived.
Yes.
That's why it's so important.
Yeah.
Because you got that feel good feeling.
Yes. Yes.
And you can't pay for it.
You can't pay for it.
You can't do anything but be yourself for it.
Yeah. That's
because if you're not authentic, you still won't be seen, because you won't stand out.
Right. And you'll go away and they won't speak about you. They won't say anything. But when you can show up in a space, be a light, they receive that. And then you leave and they're like, who is that? I want to know her. That's how you want to leave any place you go. You are, you want to leave that way.
In everything. Well, see, let's talk about that. Because like I just told Portia, I said, you cannot be anything you want to be. We just had this conversation. So in every space, everybody doesn't get a trophy. Okay. But that's why it's important to arrive, because those places inside of you that will touch your heart, and you would do it even if you didn't get paid, those things are real. They are real.
They are very real.
Those are your gifts. That's what you're supposed to give to the world. And the other things, if it happens, great. If it doesn't, that's okay.
It's okay. It's okay, because it's not for you.
That part.
What's for you, you're going to be able to generate that, like, to the masses. You'll be able to generate it, give it, and people will be able to authentically perceive it as well. So makes sense.
So out of all the things that you are good at, you're more nature, creative, and people in that space are very different, because they dream in color. Yes. They don't dream in numbers. Okay. Right. They dream in color. So when you dream in color, you have all of these things that you want to do. How do you know which one is the one that is your nucleus? That's your core. And then it extends to the other things. Okay.
So what lets me know that it's my core and it extends to the other things is the reaction of the people. Okay. I probably get a little emotional because I understand who I am as a being now, right? It took a few years for me to understand that. Really? But now that I'm in this space, being able to generate love, like generate it where I could see you and you could feel it. It's all energy, right? And so when you can feel it just by my presence or just by the words that I speak or say, by doing your makeup, but honoring your beauty in that aspect of doing it, because sometimes people will change. Yeah, people will sit in your face and do your makeup, but won't even tell you that you look amazing while they're doing it.
So you don't get up feeling beautiful.
Exactly. So it's being able to pour that love into someone else. That's the core and the nucleus for me, because I feel like that's what changes the world. It's what changes people. It's what makes people see themselves in the beauty within them, so that they can also be a generator of that same love. So that's the nucleus for me.
That was such an
No, thank you, man.
I'm gonna clip that out and use it. Oh my lantern.
Yeah, so that's what it is for me. And I want to give that to everybody.
I think that that's amazing, and it goes back to it's in your heart. It will just come wherever your thing is. It will come from your heart. Yeah. I'm more analytical and strategic, management, structured, which I later found out that's because it's safest. And I've talked about that before. But even in that space, I navigated to the career that allowed me to give.
Yeah.
In HR,
Yeah.
I wasn't just, so everybody thinks HR, you hire and fire people. First of all, HR don't hire and fire anybody. But you do life insurance, you deal with people that are going through divorce, child support, all of these things. You're like a teacher almost, because a teacher touches everything. A mother touches everything.
Yeah.
But the love you give in that space, it allows the mother that came to work that morning and didn't feel so good, and you see that she's out there effing up, and you need to grab her before she loses her job, because she needs a minute. Somebody ain't seeing her, and she needs somebody to talk to.
Right.
And as a woman, we should do those things, but maybe we're just not all. That's not their gift. I'll just say it's not their gift. Whatever. I could see it, and I would pull them in. And I would let them tell me whatever they needed to tell me. For the ones that wanted to cuss, do whatever, I would let them.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on.
Right. And you're also providing that space for them to be able to release so you can get them back to what their responsibility is.
That part.
Yeah.
Because I have been in a position before, and I knew going in, it was something that wasn't feeling right. And I was like, I shouldn't even do this. I shouldn't even do this, because this is going to turn out wrong.
Right.
And it went horribly wrong.
Right.
Because God was trying to tell me, you don't leave this house today.
Yeah.
And I still was like, no, I got to show up. No, I got to do this. And I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And that happens. But that feel good space and being able to pull somebody out of their seat, I always attributed it to being from the hood. Because we grow up a little different. We grow up a little different. Your neighborhood got to be your nucleus. Because my mama might not be home today. We might not have food today. I might need some of your food.
Exactly.
Or we go up to school together. But
exactly.
You're right.
Yeah.
And it could be in any area. It could be in any area. But you definitely know when it happens.
Yes.
So on your modeling side. So with plus size modeling, how is it dealing with the girls?
Okay. So it really, I think it's again showing up, right? Because when you understand who you are and you walk in that confidence, when you show up, it's your projection, right? And so at the end of the day, the goal is to project that same energy onto your people. And when you show up as that light, you have some who receive it and you have some that don't. And we also have our own perceptions and perspectives on things and people, right? And so in those moments, you have to receive it how you choose and or not receive it.
Can you say that again?
Receive it how you choose and or not. Right. Exactly. Exactly. So you receive it how you choose and or not. And so I'm just gonna say that the women that I excuse my French, but the women that I fuck with in modeling, you know what I mean? It's all love.
That's what's up.
It's all love. You know what I mean?
Take the meat and throw away the bones.
Exactly. And you learn a lot, especially when you're open. You know, because I do modeling with the Truth Exotics, my family. Met a lot of amazing women in that Truth. And we have been on a break for a while, and I think we may be coming back soon. And in the midst of coming back, just knowing that in 2.5 years, like I still have those relationships. But when they're real. They're real. And when I tell you, hitting the runway with the ladies, in the back room, getting ready for shows, you know, we got each other back. Hey, I need you to help me do this. I need you to help me do that. Hey, can you fix my makeup? My lashes coming off. How do I look? What do you think about this? And being able to receive that and or give if you need to. It's just dynamic.
I think that's an excellent point, because even if you have yourself down, right? Let's say you're one of those people, you could do your makeup, you could do your hair, you got your fashion together, all of that, right? Your nerves hit a 10 before you get ready to go out. So if you're trying to put on a lash, something so small, but it changes your whole look and your hand is shaking, who's going to help you?
My sister.
Oh,
yeah.
But if you don't talk to people, or you mistreat people,
ain't nobody going to help you.
Oh.
and they're gonna look at you.
And they have a right to.
Right, exactly.
So when you're wondering why they're not, it's time to take a look.
Reflect.
Because how is that the only time you talk?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I found some people that have some interesting experiences now that I'm in this space.
Yeah.
As soon as we get a little closer, I'll tell them.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
Because
you honestly, it's like you get what you give, right? Period. And 9 times out of 10, if you're not getting this because you're not reflecting what it is that you desire to have come back to you. So if I'm a shitty person, 360 is going to show up shitty. And from everybody.
why should you think it should show me different?
Right.
I can't even keep a fucking straight face.
Like, so change the narrative.
Right.
If the idea is love and light, be that. And you're going to get it back.
Or be authentic to yourself. I'm not love and light. I'm not light. Like, I'm not. If I'm shy and I'm in the corner, how the hell am I giving you light? Like,
okay.
But I give it to you different, but not maybe how you want it. So I'm not the person to get Portia's type of life.
Right. But, and I'm not going to even say but, because then that would be.
Yeah, I've been trying to fix that word too.
And you're giving light because you have this. You understand what I'm saying?
Give it your way. That's what that's all I'm trying to get to.
Exactly.
Give it your way. Because if it's not authentic, first of all, it drains the hell out of you.
Oh my God.
It drains you because you're trying to exist in somebody else's space.
Ooh, and that's a transference of energy and or it will deplete you.
Because it's not yours.
It's not yours.
It's not yours.
Yes.
I don't need to look at Portia doing what Portia is doing and saying, I want to do what Portia does. I do some of the same spaces she does. I came in on the back end. I got pushed to the front. I didn't want to be in the front, but I wanted to grow. Yeah. So I had to listen to the person that was talking to me and be like, well, I did say that. Okay, I see where you're going. I trust you.
Yeah.
I trust you. So I trust you and I'm going to move at what's comfortable for me. Yeah. And then it works out. I don't think people are willing to trust people either.
You know what? And I find it sad.
Why do you think that is?
Because they don't trust themselves.
Because you know you're not a trustworthy motherfucker. That's why.
I find it really
sad. This shit is crazy.
Seriously.
It's because and they don't see it.
Everything that you get is a reflection of you. Period. And if you are not willing to look at yourself, you ain't ready.
You're not going to solve the puzzle.
You ain't ready.
The puzzle ain't them. The puzzle
is you. So dig deep.
It can't be everybody.
Right.
Now, there's some shitty people out there. Don't get me wrong. And they go out of their way to do some of the things that they do. Don't get me wrong, because there's some bad energy out there. It's some people out there that deliberately do the things that they do. But your discernment will tell you that those are not the type of people to be around. And so then you won't even include them in in your equation.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
will.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I was giving feedback from my live the other day. You know, I have family things going on. But what I said was, I thank you, those people that have respected our space. And the feedback was, you even said that positive. And I was like, because I'm making an effort to give my credit, give my flowers where they're due. How disrespectful would it be of me? And not that we do it on purpose, but it's learned. Right. That I said, I'm sick of these people doing this and that, but I never said I'm grateful for the ones that did the right thing.
That part.
Because it's all in what you see. Exactly. Like what Portia said. I could change what's around me. Now on the back end, did I cuss a little bit? When some of these things happen, I did. Because of course it happened. However, that's not where I gave my energy. Right. So it doesn't mean you don't go through things still. You don't acknowledge. Right. Be true to yourself.
I mean, it's all
but it don't get your energy.
Right. It's all natural. It happens. And it's okay when it does happen.
That's perfect. Do you get along with everybody around you, or do you have to tell people sometimes different things?
So for me, I get along with everybody around me.
Nobody gets on your nerves?
I get along with everybody.
This is why I'm saying. This is why I'm saying, because that's true friendship. friendship.
Right.
If you do something I don't like,
Right.
I feel comfortable to tell you, oh, I don't like that anymore.
Right.
It's nothing wrong with it.
It's nothing wrong.
Nobody is, what are they called? Checking people.
Exactly.
Who are you checking?
No, it's
I don't check my friends.
exactly. What you're doing is you're being authentic in the way that you feel, and you know who you can be able to express those feelings to, right? Because they're open to receive it, because you've had those experiences before. Now, with some random that you probably only been knowing for a couple of weeks, you'd be like, you know, I don't like that. Depending on, like you said, discernment, right? Understanding their energy and how they are, whether you can even approach the situation like, you know what, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And then getting whatever energy from that you get. So you run into people that, but do I get along with everybody that I meet? I do. And I do it on purpose because my goal is to change the world. You know what I'm saying? So everything I do is with intention. And when you meet me and you leave me, you are like, who is that? No matter where I'm from. So I do.
Even if they don't tell you at first, very hella shady fashion. Even if people don't, some people you got to break down. So I will say in this space, there are some people that know me a different way, which is out of my control, but I didn't allow that to change where I would exist. I also didn't allow that to dominate how I perceived other people, because that's not fair. I knew what I was walking into, and I handled it like an adult. Some of those people didn't want to talk to me at first, and that was their right. But I still was myself. I still spoke every time I was around. Now, I ain't kissing nobody's ass, but when I walk into a room, I'm going to speak. That's out of control that you can't do that. I don't understand. If I'm going around to each table asking people, I'm not skipping a table.
Exactly.
I'm not doing that.
You don't do that.
Because that's not me.
Right.
That would take me outside of me.
Exactly.
Now those same people speak to me. But that was my intent. So guess what I also didn't do? When they started speaking, I didn't turn my nose up at them.
Exactly.
And I see that too. Like you people I'm going to kill them with kindness. But then when you get them on the kindness side, you're mean to them.
Right. Don't do that.
Bully?
Right.
You can't do that.
Right.
What is wrong with people?
I think that it's selfish. It's just selfish behavior. They don't know no better. And that's why you have, I'm going to say, people like us. That, you know, it's okay to be kind.
Right.
Okay.
It won't hurt nobody.
It's not going to hurt. And then you also have to reflect again, like, what is it about me that I feel like I have to be the light yet don't want to see the light? Because the idea is to see the light in everyone, right?
Yes.
So yeah, what is it about me that don't want to see it? So am I really a light?
That's the only way you could be authentic.
Right.
Because it's people that none of us likes everything somebody does. And not that you don't like it. Some people are indifferent.
Right.
You don't have that same interest.
Right.
But I could still love something that you do because I love how happy it makes you.
Right. And there really need to not be anything wrong with that.
People call that being fake. Have you noticed that? You're so fake. You said you didn't like it. I don't. I'm here to support her because she likes it.
Right. That's not fake.
That's not, I'm cheering for the person I love. Right. That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm like, where is the fake in that? It's not my thing. And because you are dear to me and this matters to you, it's everything to me. That's authenticity to me. That's you being honest with yourself about what you think. And yet, because I understand, and the dynamics of this relationship is that solid that I will support you. That's love.
No, you can only do it for a man. Because notice nobody says that shit when you start watching football. And you ain't never watched football. Can't stand the shit. Now all of a sudden you got matching jerseys.
Right.
Every motherfucker you date, you all of a sudden you done been to wrestling and everything else. But your homegirl, I don't like that.
What?
Huh? You think she like everything you do? I don't. Yeah, that this has been interesting because creative offers more opportunities for difference.
Yeah,
And difference has to be respected.
it has to.
It has. How do you? What's most important about people respecting you as being different? Because your range is it. You love fashion.
I do.
So your range today could be a jean outfit. Tomorrow it could be a bikini in the supermarket. The next day it could be outfit you made yourself. How important, I'm sorry, is it for you to receive that respect in that space?
Honestly, it's not really important.
I don't think so.
It's not important. It's not important for me because it's about. I'm not trying to sound.
No, I want you to say the answer.
It's about me, right? And so what I do and the effort that I put into me has nothing to do with you or anybody else, right? And when I show up, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be like, God damn, you showed up. And I did.
Because I like the fishnet outfit one time. I was like, somebody else had that on, I'd have been like,
and it's like,
because you wear it.
Yeah, no shame. But it's confidence, it's the self-love, it's the assurance, it's knowing that it is what it is. And not being afraid of also releasing fear first off.
That's the part.
But not being afraid of what people will think because it don't matter what you think.
It don't. It really don't.
It don't.
And I wish people would stop expressing what they think about other people so freely.
There's no love in that.
It's not. Why do I care? Now, I'm going to be honest because I'm a regular person. I'm not loving. Some people, I'll be like, why do you keep doing that? Or why do you do that? Because it doesn't match them to me. You know, like that kind of stuff. But I don't write a post about it or nothing like that. I still just think those things like, but I don't say you shouldn't have. I say I probably wouldn't have, and I don't tell it to everybody.
Right.
Some people literally feel the need that if my favorite color is pink, how is yours blue? And I don't want yours blue.
Right.
It has to be pink like mine. Why? If I'm not dating you, why do I need us to be so in sync? You don't.
No. I'm over here like,
you don't. But if you think about it, if I have to sit there and tell every woman what's wrong, I don't like your hair. Again, I'm not talking about the baby hair to go down to the
eyebrows.
Yes, that's like, see, that's where I keep it. I'm just saying, I'm not going that far. That's different. Or like on the African movies where they wear their wig and it still got the hump or it's lopsided, like a flat iron.
It out.
I'm just saying that kind of stuff is yeah, we're not Jesus. But on a regular, the people, okay, this is what's in my head. The people that take pictures of people and post it.
Yeah.
Why? That's a real person.
That's a real person. And I also feel like that's also a reflection of their insecurities or their own shame, their own guilt, and the doubt in themselves that they have to insult I think that it's all everything these days is for clout first off, right?
Damn.
But to do something like that is just you like, what is it about me that feel like this is okay? It's shadow work that you got to do. Like, what shit did you experience in your lifetime to make you feel like this is okay?
Shadow work?
Yeah, shadow work.
I saw that term. What's shadow work?
So shadow work is like the traumas that you've experienced in your life that you cover up with the goodness, right? Okay. And then you have these triggered moments in your life that bring back up that shit that you ain't dealt with. Now you put, like that comes and then it changes you in those moments when you experience specific
and then you
things.
take it out on somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's like not
unresolved trauma.
Yeah, unresolved trauma.
The stuffing it under the rug? Stuffing it under the rug.
Stuffing it under the rug, sweeping it under the rug.
Yeah, that's sweeping it under.
Blowing it over your shoulder. Oh. Yeah. And so it's just all a reflection of that. And it's like, yo, like, go heal yourself. Go heal yourself.
Now we see why I got #healed love.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go heal yourself.
And let's just be clear, everybody has something, but everybody don't project it the same way. But it could be a negative depending on who it's impacting. Okay. Like mine was, remember, I'm strategic, analytical, all of those things, because that's safe. So what do you think that did to me? That I had walls everywhere, hugging, things like that. I accepted it more from women, friends, things like that, because I trusted that space.
Right.
But that makes you block off to people. It makes me look like I have an attitude on top of being shy and an introvert. So it just gives this aura that something is going on. But when you learn how to, one, acknowledge that that's a problem, right? Because we're all taught if get over it.
Yeah, no. You want to
that was in the past.
You want to get through it, not over it, but through
it.
You want to get
you cannot get better if you don't go through it. And that means you're going to have to break down as an adult.
Yes.
Because
you have to.
It was different when you was a kid.
Right.
It's some shit we got to revisit.
Like, what happened in my life that leaves me in this space so where I am allowing myself to experience these things? What is it? And now, why?
And how do I fix it?
And how do I fix it?
It's stopping you from getting to your ultimate goal.
Yes.
You can't have the type of love that you want because, let's just be clear, we just talked about this. You've had it all around you, but you didn't know it was there because you're not trained to see it.
Exactly.
You actually rejected it.
Exactly.
And then you wonder why I can't find a husband or partner or a life partner, and I'm not saying this is the only reason,
right?
But even the opportunity, it's not coming.
It's not,
because you're telling it not to come.
You're manifesting
and rejecting it. And when you see it coming, you're running.
But thinking about it, right? Knowing that because sometimes you don't even have to speak it; it's just what's in your head. And if you're saying, "Oh, I want this, but I don't know," it ain't coming because you don't know. You ain't sure that this is what it is. So it goes as soon as it comes, it goes. Because you are not sure. Exactly.
So if you don't land, how do you truly pray for it?
If your feet are not planted.
That's true.
If your feet are not
I used to pray and be like, but it's okay, God, if it doesn't happen. I won't be upset.
So then
I used to pray like that.
But it's okay.
And exactly.
And what you doing? You pushing it right on back away from you.
Because it was safe in that space. Because I asked for it. So if it just pops up, then good. But if it never pops up, it can't hurt me because I'm not waiting for it.
Right. The expectation.
Therapy helps if you tell the truth.
The expectation of not receiving is okay, but it's not okay. It's really not okay because these are the desires of your heart.
It's safe. It's safe.
Right.
But I think that in your space, all of the different things that you've done, actually, Stuart, how did you, because that's bravery. That's one of those things. And this is why I wanted Portia on, and I kind of saved her for when I would be able to come back out here. All interviews are great. I love everybody. But the ones that I can touch, I prefer to touch. And it would actually be all of them.
Yeah.
It would be all of them. But I strategically place my nuggets. How did you have that confidence to say, I'm going to do this? Because you're an awesome mom. You have a career. That's something that you had to drop and go.
Right. So I came into it because in, I think it was 2016, they had the Curvy Girl in California, where they were looking for, and I just happened to be, of course, the exotic modeling, and I was going to pass out flyers for our coming event that we were having that year.
Oh,
So I'm at Ashley's store passing out flyers, and they're having a whole curvy girl event there too. And I'm like, oh, and so they see me and was like, can you hit the runway? Because you look fabulous. And I was like, yeah. So
that would have been me. Let's just be clear. I would have been on the floor. I would have been like, that is so sweet.
Yeah. And so I was like, sure. Yeah, no problem. And I ended up passing out flyers for the event, and I hit the runway. And when I hit the runway, I was a finalist for the Curvy Girl Tour. And we ended up doing some runway at the Ashley store at the Crenshaw Mall, Baldwin Crenshaw Mall or something down there. So we ended up doing like some fashion runway, like literally like the whole store showed up. The people in the mall were like there, and I think I probably did like a few outfits just hitting the runway. That was an amazing experience. And then they started doing the Finding Ashley Stewart, like I think 2 years later. And once I did the Curvy Girl, I ended up networking and establishing relationships. You get what I'm saying? And so when they would have shoots or they would be in town, it's like, we're doing this. We want you to show up. We want you to show up. So I was getting a lot of callbacks. And then the Finding Ashley Stewart came. And we were kind of having like when you don't never do it in our state, when are you going to do it in our state? Because we see you guys all over here. But what about the West Coast? Like y'all do everything for the East Coast and the South. And what about the West Coast? And I think that it came up because, of course, I have relationships with them that were established. And it's like, yeah, we're going to do the West Coast. Okay. So they came, and I think it was like 180 women that came out, and they chose 3 out of 180 women. That's and I was one of the 3 from the West Coast that got the spot. And I was actually the first person chose. And I was like, what? Like, yo, like, thank you. So that was amazing in itself. And then you go through this, you got 30 women, and then 30 women trickle down to 15, and then 15 trickles down to 10. And I ended up making one of the 10. You got to vote for the women or who you think is best and this and that. And it was an experience in itself. And then being able to tell your story is what I appreciated most about it, because we have to tell our story. And so, how do I explain it? I'm just not one of those kind of people who like to live on the past, because it don't make you, right? And although my experiences were all like not the best, right? I live in the now, right? So every day that I wake up, I create what it is that I want for myself, right? And so when I had to tell my story, I'm like, look, I'm not here to tell you about the abuse and all of that, because it's not who I am. So you changed the rules. Yeah. I'm not about to sit up here and be like, I was this and I was that and woe and please choose. No, because it's not my story. It's not. It could be. That was the one given to me, but that's not mine. It could be, right? The one I created. Exactly. And so this is who I am. And this is what I'm walking in. No wonder I chose. And that's just what it is. You get what I'm saying? And so it was like, yo, like, okay. And so we make it to New York City, and that in itself, you know, getting chose to walk in front of like thousands of people to shed light, you know, because I worked in mental health for like 22 years. And so to be able to shed light on mental health and talk about who I am as a woman, as a mother, what I would tell my younger self, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. I was just like, yo, like, this is everything. You get what I'm saying? Because you were seen. I was seen, right? The way you wanted to be seen. The way I wanted to, right? And to be able to reflect that, and then not get chosen as the grand prize winner, but just to be in a space with women who've had experiences in their life, you know what I'm saying, who chose to place themselves in those situations, to be present on that day, to be seen, you know, and then to be chosen, like, that's amazing. And then to, after all of it, be like, I saw you and your story is amazing. And that was beautiful what you would tell your 18-year-old self and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, thank you. And you're beautiful and you should have won it. 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 I'm like, you know what? Thank you guys. But what is important to me is that I was able to get up here, not even necessarily just celebrate me, but you too, because you can do it. And there's going to be opportunities where it can happen for you. And don't be afraid to step out on that, you know? And it's like, oh my God, you know what? I'm going to do it next year. As you should. Right. As you should, you know? So it was amazing. I met some beautiful women, some amazing spirited women. And to this day, we are still in contact. And that was 2 years ago.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So your daughter's right there.
Yeah, she is.
If you could tell her anything, really short, I don't want to make you emotional. What are 3 things? I'll give you words. I'll make it easier. I'll give you 3 words that you want to give to her that you feel like would have helped you at that age, so she can project and be amazing in who she is.
3 words. Integrity. Respect. And love.
Do you see those words?
Integrity, respect, and love.
You don't have to whisper.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So she brought her daughter with her today, which I thought was amazing. I know I love the kids. I like good kids especially. Because let me tell you, y'all didn't even know she was here. So I've been wanting to tell her this whole time, girl, this ain't that kind of show. If you want that cup and some ice, you get what you need. I don't have a podcast. I have people in a living room talking. And we share with the world. You want more food? You want to cut on a microwave? Yeah, we operate. But you go ahead. I think it's amazing because, yes, even in a space of work, I talk about it all the time. Bring your kids with you. Let them see, because some of them think that we just pull money off trees, number one. Woo. But also for them to see what work ethic looks like. And even if it's coming to something in a space like this where I'm very comfortable, and before the camera, Portia is my friend, and after the camera, Portia is my friend. But while I'm on camera, my friendship is to the side. And what I mean by that is anything I know about her, I'm not saying because it's my friendship.
Right.
I'm going to treat her the same, roll out the red carpet the same, all of those things, because those things are different. Yeah. And you have to know how to be professional, again, projecting out what you want back in. Yes, you want to be respected in your space, but you don't act that way. Right. Kind of like the beautician that's always late.
Yeah.
And then wonder why, and then people wonder why she's charging a late fee.
Right.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Probably shouldn't charge them because you're always late.
Right.
You know, you pick up your kids from school, they do. I'm just saying. Yeah. Stuff happens. Yeah. How has the support been with all of the different things that you do, but making sure that the kids are okay?
So they have a stand-up father who I was once married to. I have 3 children with him. And like, if I have something to do or need to be somewhere as it pertains to what I am doing, I can always call on him. I can always call on the grandmas, the aunties, you know what I'm saying? You got a village, you know what I'm saying? And even sisters and sister friends. And look, I gotta go out of town, or I got something to do. Is it cool? And it's like, yeah. Do you need me to come there, or you want to bring them here? You get what I'm saying? Right. And so I've always been able to call on someone. But it's, you know, it's who you are. Because if you're an asshole and you have all of these things in your life that you want to do and you don't have the support, you again have to look at yourself. Why don't I have the support? And why can't I call on you?
Or if you're raising kids that are not
respectable,
they don't fit the norm.
Yeah,
I'll say that. Because I let kids run around. You can do those type of things, but it's when it's time. You know, it's also a time when if TT is working, I can't have that. But when we play, I'm gonna let you play. You can run and jump over the couch. Yeah. But when I say it's not okay, I don't need you to have an attitude, be disrespectful. Right. It's a time and place for everything. It's a balance. It is. It's a balance. It is. And everybody not teaching a balance, or that you have to listen to other adults. Yeah. Because then you wouldn't be able to be comfortable.
Exactly. And I've done that with my children at a very young age. It wasn't no baby chatter, none of that stuff. They understood very young.
Say that one more.
It was no baby chatter. They understood
words, right?
Words. It was no go this and that. No. You know, I talk to them just like we having this.
Period.
That's how I talk.
That's how you have smart kids. I'm just saying.
From the time they came out the womb, you know.
That was my mom.
And so they understood very young. And I've always gotten, you know, and I'm grateful for this. You got some really good kids.
All of them.
Like really. And I'm like, thank you. You know, and it's what we put in them, you know.
I just feel like that's an important part to bring up, because for you to do what you do, you have to have a village. It's no way you could do it without the village. But for you to have the village, you have to do your part and not just say, these are my kids, I can do what I want to. Yeah. That's not a personality at all. No. But I'm saying, if you need people to help you, people can't help you if it's not healthy. Right. They just can't. So you have to think about those type of things and hold you back.
But you also have to think about the relationships that you have with your kids too, because you get pleasant, respectful, honorable children when you are that way with them. When you treat them like people, and you don't abuse them, and you don't curse them down and call them names and mistreat, because guess what? They're not gonna have no respect for you. So why would they respect any other adult? You know? And I always said I would never be this way with my children, because they're gonna have children one day. You get what I'm saying? And each generation is gonna get better, because I feel like our generation, these 80s, I'm gonna say from like 75 to 85, I think that we chose to start breaking them cycles of that abuse and that stuff that had transpired in our lives, so that we can show up differently for our children. You know what I'm saying? So that they can show up differently for theirs. And I just kind of feel like we're in that space to where we're creating our revolutionaries. Amazing adults. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm okay with, you know, you standing firm and strong with who you are, because that's what I want for you, right? And we also gonna have a conversation if it get out of hand. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Because the two go together,
right? And so that's just where I'm exactly, and that's just where I am with my children. And I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, it's all respect.
As it should be. Yeah. As it should be. Kids have the right to say how they feel, and I think that. So I was walking and talking and potty trained by one, and so I'm pretty sure it looked a little strange. Yeah. You know, my ability to explain myself. Yeah. And then it was just me and Rashad. Yeah, we were the closest. Yeah, he's a boy.
They're different.
So then there came me. Okay. So I'm pretty sure, you know, she's talking grown. I'm answering the question. Right. You ask me what I want. So if I say what I want, you can't be mad. Right. You like blue or purple? I don't like either. You're ungrateful. No, I don't. You asked me what you don't like. You don't like the shit is insane. Right. The things you don't notice that you do in the kids. Right. I'm just saying, we have to be careful with even those type of things, and allow kids to answer your question. Yes. You know, and if there's a better way to say it, because we're going through this with my youngest goddaughter. Okay. She's the baby. all the other god kids, and she's a COVID baby. So she was in the house with all adults. You know, it looks a little different. She thought our 19-year-old cousin was her best friend.
Oh,
you know, because she didn't know.
Right.
So she answers like I used to answer. So some of the stuff I'd be like, okay, I have to calm down and be like, okay. And then some of the stuff I say, baby, you say it like this. You know, you gotta teach them. How you gonna get mad before you teach them?
Exactly.
Now, then if she's defined a body slam, but literally like on the bed, so she knows.
Right.
Yeah, she thinks I'm crazy. But you gotta love your kids through it, even as a godparent, as a part of the village. Yeah. That's important. Every kid I've ever had, you know, some of the adults don't approve, and that's okay. Don't bring them around because I'm not going to change. Right. And especially in my space. Right. But the kids love me. Yeah. Because they know I love the hell out of them. Right. I will try to break through a wall for them. So how you raise your children, it matters.
It does matter.
It matters. You never know you have to leave them.
What's really important to me, I feel like, with the children is just to listen to them, right?
Yes.
Now, do you have to validate everything? No, right? Because I'm not going to do that. I don't know how, especially after I learned how to regulate my emotions and I've learned distress tolerance and mindfulness and reflective listening. That might not be the way that I do things.
Everybody don't get a trophy.
Right. And when I see error or when I see that it could possibly be an error, this is what you do to fix that. And I say that because I've been through it. So I've experienced it and I know that don't work. And then letting them know you don't have to agree just as I don't. But I'm going to give you the real.
There it is.
Because it's what I know. Because at your age, exactly what you're going through and you've experienced, I've been
your blood in my blood, flesh in my flesh.
Right.
I already know what you're going to do.
Right. This is all 360.
Yeah, see, that thought just came from my head to my womb and to you. Like, I already know. This probably is part of my payback, but I can help you.
And but it's the God in me to know, right?
That's what I say that mothers are the closest thing to God.
It's the God in me to know.
Do I not say that? Because I think that it is. Yes. I mean, I love dads too. And there are some because it's only the dad, but it's something like that baby came out of you. It heard your heartbeat. Without you, it would not have had life. A dad could put a baby anywhere, but to bake it and everything it takes from a woman could die in childbirth, and she loves that baby enough, some women, to stop everything that they are doing and just be total opposite because that baby took over and it's the size of a mustard seed. That's a godly type of love. You can't get no better than that. People with good mothers, you need to appreciate your mom. Even if you fuss at them like I fuss at my mom. Hey, mom. And then she'd be like, oh, my daughter didn't really mean that. She's just crazy today. And then I call back and be like, I'm so sorry. You caught me in the middle of a meeting when I was saying hurry up. And I don't be disrespectful to my mom. I mean, even when you're close to your mom, you feel like, even when I be like, okay, mom, I need you to hurry up. I feel so bad. Like, I want all my time with my mom because, you know, so I be feeling bad. Yeah, it don't take nothing for me to feel bad, by the way. Not with a mom.
I don't feel bad with my mom. I love her.
You and your baby stuff.
You
and your baby stuff.
That's
why I know you can relate.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right here. Our baby was like, I want to go. Come on, baby. Come on. Come with her mama. Let them kids go with their moms.
So,
I think that's amazing. But yes, you are. Would you choose to do anything different than what you've done or how you've done it in the career space of either makeup? It could be an opportunity that you let go of, one that you said yes to, that you knew you shouldn't have, working with somebody in particular.
No. Because I say no because everything that I've ever done has taught me gratitude. Everything.
Okay.
And so today I can sit here and just, I am grateful for every experience that has ever crossed my path in this lifetime. So no, I wouldn't change it.
Because you took the meat and threw away the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And learned a lot through each one of those processes. So it's something that I will have with me forever. And she picking up the makeup.
Okay.
She picking up the hair. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that I truly enjoy, she's picking it up. So it's like, okay, girl, I see it. I see you. So, you know, just grateful. That's it. Gratitude behind all of it. So I wouldn't change anything.
How do you feel like, are you okay with the word no?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? I mean, it like for me, I'm like this. It is what it is. And that no can be a yes somewhere else. Or that no can be God saying not right now. Or it could be the universe saying not right now, it's not time. I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with it. Okay.
Does okay mean it doesn't hurt? Sometimes. Or a little bit of discipline. There's going to be another feeling attached, not just, or is it that every time, or if you hear a no, I'm not even sure that you do, but if you hear a no, when you do, you're like, okay.
I'm like, okay.
Because you could train yourself to be however it is that you need to be.
Right. Because everything is a choice. Right. And so why respond to, because no, it's not, there's nothing negative in that. Right. We create that. We create the negative. Right. By the emotion. What is attached? What emotions are attached to no? Right. So we create that. So why not change the narrative? If no, okay. Okay, no problem.
That's why I love the creative space. Because it is so robust that you can have an answer like that. And it's true.
Yeah.
Because it's just so much, right? That's not your only opportunity.
And then this is the thing too. Usually if you get a no, 9 times out of 10, that no is your yes because you can do it yourself as a creative. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
There's plenty of things that have gotten off the ground because they got tired of hearing no, or their idea being rejected.
Or hold on, or not right now, or okay. But in that okay, you know what I'm doing? I'm over here masterminding and figuring out how I'm going to get it done. And I'm sorry, but we are air signs. Regardless of what you tell me, I'm going to figure out how to get it done.
Let the choice so, I'm just saying. So I was in the corporate world forever only. Those no's are hard as hell. Yeah. You want to know why? Because it's only one CEO. Right. So I then was like, I don't want to be a CEO, because it was at the time I was even thinking about being a CEO. There was 8 African Americans in the US. So, whoa. Fortune 500. I don't mean CEO like me,
right?
Or a millionaire CEO, because that's your company. That's a different CEO.
Right.
There were 8 women. I didn't say black. I said women. I was like, I don't have that type of time.
Yeah.
But I said, how can I make this happen? Okay, in HR, what can you do? Be a consultant? I don't really want to do that forever because it includes so much hurt. Because you're dealing with people.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to be brave. That creative space is popping over there. You could do a lot of different things over there if you just stop being afraid and go over there.
Yeah.
I wasn't over there for a whole year first before it kicked off. Because it's less no's.
Yeah.
And I already built good relationships. Because when those particular people needed help with the business side, I would help them. I would show up and support them. Yeah. So I was learning without learning because I'm very observant.
Right.
And so I just kind of fit in.
Yeah.
And then if I don't know, I'm not a know-it-all and I don't want to be.
Right.
So I'm okay with saying, can you tell me how to do this? Or what do you do with this? And I've been so grateful to have people that do answer the question.
Yes.
Because not all do.
Right.
And that's okay.
You know what? So I'm big on this whole it's the air energy though. It's who we are. You know what I'm saying? Being able to receive, right? Because in this space that I'm in as a consultant, even now, right? Using my name as my business, and working, for others to help them keep their stuff and their businesses and them and all that going, right? Just being open to learning how you became this person and how you are this person so that I can apply it to this person, right? You know what I mean? And so grateful for that. But it's being open because we are not know-it-alls and we want to know and we want to learn and we allow ourselves to be in this space to receive that knowledge.
It's a vulnerable space.
Oh my God.
And you work with people, Jesus.
Maybe.
Because when people trust you, the level of trust we have to have, if I need to, when my family stuff happened, I told the people in my family that I needed to tell. The next call was to my team. It wasn't even a thought. My next call was to my team. And it wasn't a text message. It was a voice message, one so that they could hear, I'm going to be okay. But also, I'm going to show up.
Yeah.
And then also, I respect you. And I can't have a team and move just as Asia anymore.
Right.
So that was me showing them respect.
Yeah.
Because they're do that.
Yeah.
But do you know how hard that is for me? I'm very closed off because some of my shit, people, I be like, is this Lifetime or like Twilight Zone?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but you just have to.
Right.
You're right. That space, because you got to know everything about somebody.
Yeah.
That's a different type of trust.
But it's what's beautiful about that trust is that knowing who you are, right? You know that you ain't gonna never fuck that up. Ever. You get what I'm saying? And that's what I like, and that's why I'm grateful for what I do, because when I show up, it's because I show up for myself, right? So when I show up for you, I'm gonna show up for you. Even in error, I'm gonna show up.
Yes, because we make error with ourselves. So how am I not gonna make error with you?
And even in error, I'm gonna show up and then I'm gonna correct that. And you're gonna be at peace because I handled whatever it is that you needed me to do in this time. And I got the okay. You get what I'm saying? So
a solution can make you look like a saint. That's
it. There you go.
A solution can make you look. I appreciated my team members that would come into my office. Asia, I overpaid this person. I did this, but I started working on this. Or the ones that would come in and be like, nervous. I'm so nervous. I can't figure it out. I don't want to touch nothing else.
Okay. It's okay.
Because the big part was you came and told me.
Right.
We're a team.
Right.
Let somebody else hop in there.
Right.
Legit. Run in here.
Right.
Okay? Because you got to be vulnerable.
Exactly.
And that could be me the next time.
It could.
That could be me.
Yeah.
Do you think that if people thought more along the lines of that could be me, not I would never do nothing like, do you think people would change?
Of course they would change because their perception and their perspective have shifted, right? I'm seeing it not only from my point of view, but from yours too. And I think that's a lot of people's problem is that they won't see it from anybody else's point of view because it works for them.
Until it happens to them, then they hide.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
even on this show, some of the stuff, this one, and I believe Queen TT, some of the stuff I thought or whatever, because you start talking to a lot of people, sometimes when you talk, the bell goes off in your head and you're like, I get it now. Because sometimes you just don't get it.
Yeah.
I would go back and do another recording and be like, yo, I get it now.
Right.
I get it.
Right.
And that's why you try not to go hard.
But you get it because it's like, this is a whole nother perspective.
Somebody explained it in a way that it made sense to you.
Yeah.
And it could be anything. It don't mean you judging nobody. I think one of us, forgiveness is for you, not the other person. I think that's one that I did over because one day I was talking about something with somebody and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I get it now. Yeah. Because you feel bad when you don't forget. anyway, it's important to do that.
Yeah, it is.
It's important. I think it's more important to show our errors than the amazing things that we're doing.
Of course,
Or balance.
because you can fix that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You can, when you show those errors, that's like reflecting. You're working on yourself. What can I do to fix this? And it may not even be anything wrong, right? Because everything is a learning experience.
Mhm.
So what can I do to fix this so that I don't feel this way, or so I don't feel like that? What can I do? Because can't nobody else do it but you.
Then how do you do it? Because I'm still not comfortable with making mistakes. I'm just not embarrassed to make them. Like,
So I'm not comfortable with making mistakes, right?
oh, okay.
Okay, I'm not. And I know that
Because
I'm
we
gonna
need to finish that.
right, and I know that I'm gonna make them.
Right.
I know, because we're humans. We're not computers. You know what I'm saying? We can't go in and delete and
Right.
You can't do that, right? It's the ownership of that error or that mistake. It's the owning that. No. Yes, I did. I fucked up.
Right.
You know
Like,
what I'm
I've done that before. Like, it's okay. No, it's not.
Like,
It's going down.
let me say, I messed up, right?
Right.
And this is what I'm gonna do to fix it. That's it. You get what I'm saying? That's all you get. This is what I'm gonna do to fix it. And then you fix it, and then now you've owned up to that, right? Taking accountability. Accountability is everything. So once you take that accountability, you do the work to make it better, and then you release and let it go. You know, we're humans.
So I gotta say it once. I ain't said it yet. So I was watching an African movie. Like that's literally crazy. But I was watching one for real. This is what happened. So a girl found out her husband was cheating on her, and she did something to him, and she did something to him back. And so she's telling her girlfriend, now she's talking to her girlfriend, and she already told the girlfriend that he cheated, but now she's going back to say, I was wrong for what I did, because he wouldn't have did what he did if I wouldn't have placed doubt in his head. I knew I was making it like somebody else was there so that I could get his attention, and I knew what that would do. And so it did. And the girl, it doesn't matter. And she was like, yes, it does. Because if I wouldn't have did this, this wouldn't have happened. And she went the back and forth. Women, we got to stop doing that. Yeah. Two things can exist. Yeah. Yes, I did mess up so I could fix it. But even in relationships, that was a really good one. I think I clicked it out, but since you brought it up, and that was another aha moment. Yeah. So I have posted, I was like, we do that. A lot. We do that. And we will really sit there like, girl, you a good one. She's telling you she did it. So why are you going over? Let that person hear that no, hear that I messed up. Yeah, you did. You messed up. So how are you not going to do that again? Right. You know, versus what if you're the friend that changes that person? By them saying, oh, I know I could go to this person when I do this now. And people then gravitate to people for certain. They go where their acceptance is.
You know what? And I'm just not one of those people to do that. I don't know how to piggyback off your shit. I don't know how to do that.
Just like piggyback. I've never heard
I don't know how to
piggyback
piggyback off your shit. I just don't. No, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to validate you on that. I'm not, baby. Please tell me. Please tell me.
Hell would you think?
Right. Because yeah. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. No, that was not okay.
Yeah.
That's the friend that I am.
Revenge is never okay.
No, it's not.
I mean, we do it, you know, like the flattening the tires, all of that. I've never done it.
I've never.
I really haven't. She really haven't either. I wasn't saying it like that. That didn't look right. No, I'm just saying
it happens.
That, yeah, yes, because we know some people that have.
Yeah.
But no, she haven't either. I wasn't saying like that. But it's just quite natural.
It's natural.
Not now.
It's just it's emotions though, right? And not knowing how to deal with it.
Was that taught though?
It's a taught behavior.
Because what made because it was younger. So and then I'm gonna go do this and go do that, and
but it's like, why?
What made you go all the way there?
Because I'll be like, well, why are you doing that? Because
You ain't even talked to him yet.
And it's not even that, but like, you understand that this is going to sit with you until you release and let it go. So why are you bringing more drama? Because everything is full circle, everything. So what you put out, you're gonna get it back. So why do that?
It's coming.
Right.
And not the same person all the time.
Right.
Most of the time it's not.
And listen, the interesting thing about coming full circle, it might not even be you. It might be your kids. It might be your mama. It might be, you get what I'm saying? Right.
They don't understand. They don't get it.
So
it's hard.
So it's
not easy.
So be careful. Be very careful.
To me, that's why it's better to communicate.
Right.
And that's why I'm a communicator, because what's actually built up inside me and gives me heart problems is I'm like, I just have to say this.
Yeah.
Like if I have a problem, I have to say I have a problem.
Yeah.
With the person. I can't say it to somebody else. Now I'm not gonna repeat it over and over.
Right.
But I have to give that person a chance. I have all this. I have to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't, that's what generally causes the tension. But if I feel like you're a coward when you go around, destroy things, get them back, but you never sat at a table or picked up the phone, not a text. Yeah. They don't understand that the same way you release that energy through that thing you did, you could have just released it by talking.
Yeah.
And you would have walked away actually feeling better because you still ain't, you didn't resolve anything.
Right.
But you do get rid of that initial tension.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Which is why they created those rooms you could throw the things in.
Right.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have two more questions before we wrap up.
Okay.
What else do you plan on doing in this space? What's next?
So for me, what's next is energy healing. I'm a Reiki master, certified Reiki master.
Tell me more.
And so
we're not gonna speak. I don't even know what that. This is why I keep talking so I can Google stuff.
So as a Reiki master, you use the energy of the universe.
Okay.
And we're all connected.
Yes.
We're everyone.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you an example of connection. If you're watching Ridiculousness, right, and somebody gets hurt, you'd be like, oh, you felt it. You felt that energetic shift. It can be in the growing area. It can be in the chest area. It can be on your skin. You'll get goosebumps. We're all connected, right? And so I use the energy of the universe to heal. I am a healer. And so my goal is to use the work of the universe and God to heal people's minds, bodies, and spirits. Yeah. And so that's the space. And spread love. And be like,
you mean to tell me we should have had a 15-minute show so then you could have been like laying me out on the table? I got a bad back,
girl.
Tell me, it pays to have people in high places, but guess what? It pays even more to ask them how they're doing, what they're doing, and those things so that you know who you have around you.
Yeah. So that's
I think that's dope.
Yeah, and the beauty behind that is it's ancestral work. It's intentional work. And it actually really works.
I believe it.
Yeah.
So people laugh at me when I say, so I was watching this African movie, but I believe in that stuff because how else can God get things done if he doesn't put people here to do some of them? Yeah. It was spiritual people in the Bible. That's where we came from. So yes, Africans believe in the Bible and they believe in Christ, but they also believe the earth from him is how you get the herbs, how you have a healer in your community. Mm-hmm. Do you think those people have doctors and machines? They don't.
Right.
So it is real if you just take a step back a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's stop watching stuff because it's real.
Yeah,
and I love it.
It's real.
And it's logical. Those are the things that they take and break down. It's on the back of your pill bottle.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
Okay.
But I do it with my hands.
Mm-hmm. That's how
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes from all the, they'll be under the sun
Under
sometimes.
the sun, yes.
I love it because I believe it.
Yeah, it works.
God put it there.
It does.
Where else do we need the sun?
Right.
Just saying, get connected. But I think that's amazing.
Yes.
So I can't wait. And then, will you be able to do something like that virtually, or people have to see you in person, or you'll go out to them?
So it doesn't always have to be in person. We can do a call because I can do distant Reiki healing as well.
Like the
example. So, like, let's say you're having back pains, right? And you're like, Portia, like, I need you to send me some distant Reiki healing on these specific areas of my body. I will sit and call upon the universe, my ancestors, and the energy and source and things like that. And I'll do the specific symbols and things to imagine that this is you and I'm healing your body and helping you in those moments. So you can do it from a distance. You don't always have to be in person.
I would just like to tie that back to how we say, if it wouldn't have been for some of our grandparents' prayers, that neighbor's prayer.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We're all connected.
I'm just saying. And no, she didn't tell me any of this. I didn't know any of this. If you know me, you know I tell the truth. She didn't tell me any of this. But these, ironically, are my mama told me not to use that word. I've been working on a lot of healing, a lot of all of those things, going back and tracing things. So anyway, in order to do so, you have to connect with God on a spiritual level, because some answers aren't in the Bible to just hit you.
Right.
You can go to it,
right,
but it has to hit you.
Right. It has to hit you, and that happens in your space. In that space, when you are at this moment, I am connecting to source. I am connecting to God's source energy, and I need you right now to help me in these moments and these ailments and these things. And
it shows up. I'm not even playing. So.
And we have the ability to heal ourselves through God, and know that you can heal yourself through that source connection to God. Period. Yeah.
It's not magic. It's just and
it's
it won't heal and make
is.
everything better.
Right.
But I could tell you one of the things that is almost a definite for me, and this is somebody with anxiety, and I have had depression, and I could feel it when it's coming. I also know how to make it go away.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't want to take pills. So I had to figure out the root.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Have I taken them? Yes, I have. And anybody that needs them, I strongly suggest you follow whatever you need, because some days, because you are a human, things could sneak up on you, and it's too late. And it's too late. And so do what you need to do. It's not a game. It's a thin line between sanity and insanity.
Yeah.
And being here and not being here. And I want people to be okay. Okay, so my last question is 15.
Yes.
If she wanted to leave and go to Paris at 16 and do the runway like Cynthia Bailey and stuff, would you let her?
Yeah, I would go with her though.
Amen.
Yes.
We are going.
Yes. And you're going.
Okay.
Or if I don't go with you, your daddy.
Somebody's going. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
I'm sure. Because she put her daughter on the plane by herself, and every parent don't have the opportunity. But I think that would be dope.
Yeah. One,
because you built a name, and so if your children, we got to get away from saying your kids don't need to ride on your name and things like that, and then wonder why other races are where they are, because their kid is riding on their name. Boop, just throw that out there.
Yeah.
If you could get me from 0 to 60, why would I want to go?
There's power, but there's power in the name.
As long as your kid is doing what they're supposed to and they earn it, because here's the thing, you can put them in that position, like they say about, let's just say Kylie. Kylie's a good example because I don't really follow her like that. But she's became a billionaire, right? You can't, Rob didn't.
Right.
I could put you in any seat I want to put you in, but can you stay there?
Right. Right.
That matters.
Right.
In everything.
Right.
We've had to let go of people in corporate that we like, this don't match your paperwork. Like, oh, you're such and such a son.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we can't have you here.
Yeah.
But if your kids do what they're supposed to, why wouldn't you want to project them into excellence so they could just hit the ground living? That's why you work so hard.
Right. Right. That's why their father works so hard.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant in this space.
Yeah, yes,
Oh,
yes, yes.
okay.
No, but I'm just saying when I think
that's
about
excellent.
like when I think about the dynamics, because even though we're not together, it's still us. And so we work hard, you know what I'm saying? And so where I fall short, he picks up. Where he falls short, I pick up. When I tell you it's a team, even in this space. You get what I'm saying? So my apologies, and though that's just
She don't have to apologize.
But
I just needed to make sure I said it.
Yeah, yeah, no, but it's just like, and in this space,
I love it.
it's a team. It's a team.
I appreciate you for saying it,
Yeah,
because male bashing is never a part of my show. Even bashing other females, that's not okay for me.
Yeah.
And if you are somebody that's blessed to have an amazing co-parent and all of that, why wouldn't you say? You should say so.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's
so. It's a blessing to be able to have that dynamic, considering, you know. Yeah.
I think that amazing things come when you're ready to receive how they were supposed to land.
Yeah, yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, and for all of them, I am grateful. Yeah,
I'm not like her. I'm not like her. Shit. But I don't give a damn. It goes back to being true to who you are. I can't walk. She talks like this, and but that's her. She feel it. I was like, that's horseshit. But I'm okay today. You know,
right?
Be who you are.
Yes.
Because I'm still very happy, and I don't have no sense. But I think that's amazing to be like that. Do I desire to be like that? I actually don't, because I make myself laugh.
Right.
And I think that
that's okay.
It's a balance to everything.
Yeah.
I think that I think it's like a handful of people like you, though. Because that's a certain, in every village, it wasn't, everybody's mama wasn't a healer. The God placed one or two in an area. Mm-hmm. You know, because if you give too many people that type of power with all the egos, it won't work.
But you have to let go of ego. You have to be willing to let go of ego.
No, that's what I mean. Yeah. I think that he picks like this
the ones that are willing to do the work to do.
Because you have to let go of self.
Yeah.
And everybody can't, but it's nothing wrong with it.
And everybody can. You just got to be ready.
You think so?
Yes, I do. With all of my heart and with the connection that I have to God.
Not just to do it for themselves. You mean to do it for everybody? You think so?
Yes, I do. Everybody. Everybody has the ability to do it in their own time. And so if we're going to be through dimensions, if we continue to travel through dimensions, we ascend. And when we ascend through those dimensions, at some point in one of those dimensions, that person is going to get it. And they're going to release all of that and be ready to ascend to the next dimension. You hear what Portia's saying?
That totally goes against my list. Baby, there is a list I have, and I pray for this list. Listen, when you have seen me say, God, please bless these people because they are so mean. I mean it. Because some people are so, it's like in their core that they're so mean. And I don't know why.
It's a reason, right? And until they tap into that reason, they're going to be like that.
I don't think they want to.
Until they're ready to do it. And if they're not ready to do it in this lifetime, when they come back, what they didn't learn in this lifetime, because they are going to come back. Spirit never dies, right? And so when they come back, they'll be doing it again until they get it.
I do believe that.
Right. And so
I do believe that, which is why I'm trying.
Which is why I was saying the dimensions. You know, as you transcend, I feel like this time when I go and I do come back, It's gonna be on a grand.
It's gonna be on a grand
scale. You
scale.
understand what I'm saying? So you know, it's
Okay.
when you're ready.
Mama. Hilda. I'm gonna start a prayer. I'm telling you, even some of those people taking the meat and leaving the bones, I think some of those people are put, it might be like you said, their dimension to come here to help somebody else grow in their area.
Yeah.
Because some people are here to teach us a lesson.
Yeah.
But on that note, because child, I got questions. Jesus, that's crazy. Me and my mom just talked about this very stuff before you came. I was walking in.
Wow.
Before you came, that's why I was plugging up my phone, and I was like, I'll be right there. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Wow.
Lord, I tell you. Told you could send me signs.
Yeah.
I am so grateful to have had you.
Thank you.
This is probably why I couldn't cancel.
Mhm.
And I needed this energy to go back and be there for my family.
I'm grateful.
Yes,
I'm grateful.
I needed a mental break, and I needed a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to hear certain things, and then you could be a little bit stronger.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my Lanta, do you want to say anything to everybody before we?
I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Asia, this woman right here.
It's because I cooked for you. Huh?
Well, I was gonna say that too, right? But no buts. This is a dynamic woman, right? And I can honestly say today I see you, and thank
Don't
you.
make me cry.
And thank you. Thank you very much. On a soul sister level, thank you. Yes, thank you. And her food, baby, I want a plate to go. This she was
I bought to those containers for you. See how I do?
See, it was so good. She's an amazing cook. Hopefully you guys get to be able to have this experience so that you can try her food, because this is everything.
Oh, good for certain. No. You gotta love him.
But yes, thank you so much, and thank you guys for tuning in, and show up every time. This right here needs to be worldwide, nationwide. So make it happen for her, because she is definitely deserving and definitely on her way. I see it.
Thank you. So thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for all of your comments. Please make sure that you share this as well. If nothing else, for people to hear the ending. I'm biased. I like all of it, but the ending, the spiritual piece, that's something that people need. And so we want to connect people where we can. And I need them to know that this is something that she's going to be doing so that they can follow and get in where they fit in. I'm going to book the first 5 appointments, but after that, somebody can book. So, thank you for joining, and you guys have an amazing night.